We continue with the second part of the overview from the 7 habits of highly effective people. I'm going to show us that picture because I got it set up a little different this time. Here is our chart, and we will start down here in the being proactive and kind of move around. So they'll be showing this, and I'll be referring to it in case I can't get another excellent picture like that one. All right. Got a whole bunch of different kind of birds rustling around in case you hear them, and the dogs are snoring. It's been a good weather day for everybody. So, effectiveness defined. The 7 habits are habits of effectiveness because they are based on principles. They bring the maximum long-term beneficial results possible. They become the basis of a person's character, creating an empowering center of correct maps from which an individual can effectively solve problems, maximize opportunities, and continually learn and integrate other principles in an upward spiral of growth. They are also habits of effectiveness because they are based on a paradigm of effectiveness that is in harmony with a natural law, a principle I call the P/PC balance, which many people break themselves against. This principle can be easily understood by remembering Aesop's fable of the goose and the golden egg. This fable is the story of a poor farmer who one day discovers in the nest of his pet goose a glittering golden egg. At first he thinks it must be some kind of trick, but as he starts to throw the egg aside, he has second thoughts and takes it in to be appraised instead. The egg is pure gold. The farmer can't believe its good fortune. He becomes even more incredulous the following day when the experience is repeated. Day after day, he awakens to rush to the nest and find another golden egg. He becomes fabulously wealthy. It all seems too good to be true. But with his increasing wealth comes greed and impatience. Unable to wait day after day for the golden eggs, the farmer decides he will kill the goose and get them all at once. But when he opens the goose, he finds it empty. There are no golden eggs, and now there is no way to get any more. The farmer has destroyed the goose that produced them. I suggest that within this fable is a natural law, a principle, the basic definition of effectiveness. Most people see effectiveness from the gold egg paradigm. The more you produce, the more you do, the more effective you are. But as the story shows, true effectiveness is a function of 2 things: what is produced, the golden eggs, and the producing asset, or capacity to produce, the goose. If you adopt a pattern of life that focuses on golden eggs and neglects the goose, you will soon be without the asset that produces golden eggs. On the other hand, if you only take care of the goose with no aim toward the golden eggs, you soon won't have the wherewithal to feed yourself or the goose. Effectiveness lies in the balance, what I call the P/PC balance. P stands for production of desired results, the golden eggs, and the PC stands for production capability, the ability or asset that produces the golden eggs. In the next part, 3 kinds of assets. Basically, there are 3 kinds of assets: physical, financial, and human. Let's look at each one in turn. A few years ago, I purchased a physical asset, a power lawn mower. I used it over and over again. Excuse me. I used it over and over again without doing anything to maintain it. The mower worked well for 2 seasons, but then it began to break down. When I tried to revive it with service and sharpening, I discovered the engine had lost over half its original power capacity. It was essentially worthless. I had invested in PC, in preserving and maintaining the asset. I would still be enjoying its P, the mowed lawn. As it was, I had to spend far more time and money replacing the mower than I ever would have spent had I maintained it. It simply wasn't effective. In our quest for short-term gains or results, we often ruin a prized physical asset. A car, a computer, a washer, a dryer, even our body or our environment. Keeping P and PC in balance makes a tremendous difference in the effective use of physical assets. It is also powerfully impactful, the effective use of financial assets. How often do people confuse principal with interest? Have you ever invaded principal to increase your standard of living, to get more golden eggs? The decreasing principal has decreasing power to produce interest or income, and the dwindling capital becomes smaller and smaller until it no longer supplies even basic needs. Our most important financial asset is our own capacity to earn. If we don't continually invest in improving our own PC, which is physical asset, where's the definitions? PC production capability, we severely limit our options. We are locked into our present situation, running scared of our corporation or our boss's opinion of us, economically dependent and defensive. Again, it simply isn't effective. In the human area, the P/PC balance is equally fundamental, but even more important, because people control physical and financial assets. And again, the P/PC balance is production/production capability. When two people in a marriage are more concerned about getting the golden eggs, the benefits, than they are in preserving the relationship that makes them possible, they often become insensitive and inconsiderate, neglecting the little kindnesses and courtesies so important to a deep relationship. They begin to use control levers to manipulate each other, to focus on their own needs, to justify their own position, and look for evidence to show the wrongness of the other person. The love, the richness, the softness, and spontaneity begin to deteriorate. The goose gets sicker day by day. And what about a parent's relationship with a child? When children are little, they are very dependent, very vulnerable. It becomes so easy to neglect the PC work, the training, communicating, the relating, the listening. It's easy to take advantage, to manipulate, to get what you want the way you want it, right now. You're bigger, you're smarter, and you're bright. So why not just tell them what to do? If necessary, yell at them, intimidate them, insist on your way. Or you can indulge them. You can go for the golden egg of popularity, of pleasing them. giving them their way all the time. Then they grow up without any internal sense of standards or expectations, without a personal commitment to being disciplined or responsible. Either way, authoritarian or permissive, you have the golden egg mentality. You want to have your way, or you want to be liked. But what happens meantime to the goose?